Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
I'm more concerned about Savage.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. Necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon, that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Better than kings. Gods.
Ecco qua ragazzi, per chi non l'avesse proprio capito, si tratta proprio del primo Deus Ex, uscito su PS2, Xbox e PC. Questo è uno dei tanti titoli prodotti proprio dalla Edison. A differenza dei suoi predecessori, i capitoli successivi che vi ricorderete, quelli sono ambientati prima di questo capitolo. Ora faremo un po' di addestramento per vedere le modalità di gioco.
Hopefully our training exercises will be more interesting than what they've had you doing at the academy. Pressing the Interact button. The Interact button uses items in the world. Nanotech locks. When you pick it up, it will automatically be added to your keyring. Use the keyring to unlock the door and proceed to the next area. Exercises. Press the inventory button at any time to access your gear. Press the mission button to view your current goals and progress notes. On a typical mission, a UNATCO agent's objectives are logged electronically so that he can stay on task at all times. Now pick up a weapon and try to break open those crates. One of them's indestructible, but the others contain things you might find useful. the lockpick and use it to open the door. Lockpicking takes time and expends the self-assembling resources of modern lockpicks. Just be patient and remember your training. At higher skill levels, you won't need as much time or lockpick resources to pick a lock. Doors have two strength values. The door strength tells you how much damage a door takes before being destroyed. The lock strength tells you how many lockpicks will be required to pick the lock. Some doors have an infinite strength and an infinite lock strength. That means you have to find a key. The code that unlocks the keypad next to the door has been stored in that data cube. Highlight the data cube and press the Interact button to read its contents. Once you have a code, you will be able to open the door by selecting the keypad and pressing the Interact button. Use the disposable multi-tool on the table to hack the keypad up ahead. A multi-tool's resources are finite. When a tool is depleted, it becomes useless. The manual describes other uses for the multi-tool. At higher skill levels, you'll need less time and multi-tool resources to hack a given device.
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
Lying in front of you is a brave cadet who volunteered to be rendered unconscious for this next training exercise. Highlight and search him to find the key to the medical room. Afterward, pick up his body and place it on the medical table so that one of my aides can revive him once the exercise is over.
Buonasera Leoncino, benvenuto là, come stai? Come vedi sto portando un nuovo titolo retro games. Ragazzi, anche il nostro Grey è appena entrato in live con Paxali. Questo si chiama Deus Ex, per chi non lo conosce. È un gioco retro games sulle varie piattaforme PlayStation 2, Xbox e PC. Ecco qua, che ho messo su.
You can bet this won't be the last time we send you into a dark room. Turn on your light augmentation, and then find the exit on the other side. Press the augmentation button, then select a light and activate it. But you're enough of a machine to need repair bots now and then. If you used up some bioelectric energy getting through the dark area, for example, this contraption can charge you back up.
Ok. Come stai Leo? Tutto bene?
Congratulations, you completed phase 1. Move over the ramp into the next rooms to begin learning movement skills. We'll be watching you through the cameras, like the one you can see up in the corner. In the field, remember that terrorists sometimes use cameras like this in their security grids to set off alarms and alert guards to your location. Jump across the platforms. You'll have to crouch to get under those pipes. If you fall, use the stairs to begin again.
Oh, vedo che anche la nostra Gittola è appena entrata in live.
You need to go through the door up ahead, but it's blocked. Those wooden crates are too big to jump on, and too heavy to lift. So use the metal crates near the wall to build steps. To pick up a crate, walk up to it so that it highlights. Then press the interact button. To drop an item you are holding, press the drop button. Now go up to the ladder at the other end of the room. Get close to it, look up, and move forward to climb the ladder. We get some complaints about this swimming obstacle because the water's contaminated. Recruits forget to grab the hazmat suit and end up in my office. Not pretty. Or they forget that they have to put the suit on. Remember that the hazmat is disposable. You can wear it only once, and it operates only for a fixed duration. Use the ramp on the other side of the board to climb out. These medical bugs, normally used for quick healing, are of particular interest to you, JC. If you took any damage during the swim, now's a good time to get patched up.
Ok, l'addestramento sta andando abbastanza bene, voi che dite? Bene, ho fatto una bella bevuta. Ti piace questo gioco, Leo?
I will be monitoring your progress here. We will start with weapon familiarization. About aiming and targeting. Step up to the shooting range to the west. The counter. Release the first target and take a few shots with one of the pistols until it is destroyed. Notice the targeting reticle appears when you aim at a target.
Sì, ma se non mi dai la pistola prima.
Few seconds before firing, you will notice the reticle starts out wide and tightens as you hold. The longer you aim at the target without moving, the greater your accuracy will become. Release the second target and aim before shooting this time. Good work. Now proceed to the next area.
Ehi, ciao Taylor, benvenuto in live, come stai cara? Ragazzi, vi presento Taylor Switch, anche lei è una streamer, vi ricordo di passare sul suo canale e di lasciargli un bel follower. Benvenuto nel mio canale Taylor, e grazie anche per il follower. Io mi chiamo Lord Darkness, sono uno streamer, porto vari giochi, compreso retro games, su tutte le varie piattaforme, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, Xbox, Dreamcast e molto altro ancora. Man mano sto sistemando tutte le piattaforme, a breve sistemerò anche la PlayStation 3. Qui potrai vedere tutti i titoli del passato, presente e futuro. La mia saga preferita è Resident Evil. Tutto bene, grazie. Ogni volta che andrai in live, io ti condividerò sempre sia sul mio canale Twitch che sulla mia pagina di Facebook. Ho anche un canale di YouTube al quale carico man mano tutti i video. Il gioco che sto portando si chiama Deus Ex, è stato uno dei primi titoli usciti sulla Next, PlayStation 2, PC e Xbox. Questo capitolo esistono ben tre capitoli di questo gioco più uno spin-off uscito solamente su computer. Deus Ex è un gioco futuristico ambientato in un futuro in cui ci sono le multicorporazioni. Noi impersoniamo un agente speciale. A differenza dei suoi predecessori, capitoli successivi, questo rappresenta esattamente dopo gli eventi del primo e secondo Deus Ex usciti su PlayStation 3, PS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One e Xbox 360. Come puoi vedere, questa è la grafica della PS2 di allora. Sto giocando tramite l'emulatore PlayStation 2. Io posseggo tutte e quattro le console, in effetti. La Nintendo, ad esempio, è stata la mia quarta console che ho provato a soli 8 anni. Super Mario, ad esempio, il Super Mario 64 è stato il titolo che ho giocato di più nella mia infanzia, anche su Game Boy.
This is a rifle range. Here you will learn one of the ways skill level makes a difference in your accuracy. Step up to the shooting range. The targets are released using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and destroy it with the rifle.
Allora, vediamo un po'.
Excellent. Now we are going to raise your skill with rifles to master level. Release the second target and destroy it. Good work. As you can see, higher skills give you better range, accuracy and effectiveness. area when you are ready.
Come si passava la persona? Beh, esperto no, però comunque mi piace.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No cheating.
E chi bara?
This is the demolitions training area. First you will learn to use the lamp as a proximity mine. Approach the bay window and you will see a lamp placed on the target board on the black and red wall. Press the first button next to the window and a security bot will be released. Watch as he nears the lamp. Lamps placed on the walls are proximity triggered.
Bombata.
This time you will place your own lamp. Take a lamp from the munitions bay and proceed to the red and black wall below. Get as close to the wall as possible when you place the lamp. If you aren't close enough, the lamp will fall to the ground and detonate.
Carica piazzata. Forza? Liberiamo il secondo robottino, che dite?
Very good, Agent Denton. You may proceed to the next area for more demolitions training.
You'll need a few extra lamps for the demolitions area. Here, catch.
Grazie.
Next you will need to breach the doors in the hallway. Throw a lamp down to the end of the hall. Once it blows, proceed down the corridor. Notice how the wooden door was destroyed and the metal and barred doors remained. Remember this for future reference. Beyond the destroyed door, you can see a damaged piece of wall. You can also breach with a lamp. Try that now. Excellent. Notice that the wall is opened. Look for other weakened walls such as this, and your lamp and other explosives will allow you to breach them. Continue through that breach and on to the next section.
You aren't done yet.
Beh, almeno nel lato positivo, se perdiamo le chiavi possiamo usare le bombe per aprire le porte. Che dici?
The area beyond the door is the grenade defusing facility. Here you will learn how to remove planted explosive devices. At each of the corners of this area, you will find a lamp planted on the wall. You must disarm and remove all 4 lamps before you can proceed to the next section of training. You will need to move up to the lamp quickly and defuse it.
Oh! M'è esplosa. L'ho disinnescata. Devo fare velocemente. Sono 2.
Word of warning, Agent Denton. This was a simulated experience. Real lamps will not be so forgiving. You may proceed to the next area.
Grazie.
Gotta start the next section without arms or tools. Rules are rules.
Che casino, eh? Spero che ti sta piacendo, Taylor. Ti ho lasciato anche il follow su Instagram, così potrò seguirti senza problemi.
Conceal yourself so that you will be able to avoid the confrontation altogether. Far north door without being spotted by the guards below. If one of them sees you, he will sound an alarm and lock the door. Use the crates for cover and crouch when you move.
Ok. Sarà una passeggiata.
I know I saw somebody.
My mistake.
Shh. Zitti, non parlate.
Somebody's there. A guy in civvies.
You blew it. The alarm has closed the north door. Return to the control room to the south and press the button in the overlook window to restart the test. This time, don't let the guards see you. Stay crouched, stay behind the crates, and stay behind the guards.
Ok. Non devo farmi vedere né sentire.
The guards can be distracted. Pick up and throw an object near them, and they will go investigate the noise. Bottles, plants, flasks, many things will work. Always remember the 4 basic tactics to avoid detection. Crouch behind concealment. Stay behind enemies. Move slowly slowly to avoid making noise, and use shadows to conceal yourself. Be alert to every possibility.
Mannaggia, mi ha beccato un'altra volta.
Hey, who's there?
My mistake.
Very good. I hope you remember this lesson, Agent. They have assigned us to be partners, and I will not stop to hold your hand and repeat myself when we are facing a real enemy.
Now for the last test. You have to find a way across the river to the exit on the other side. There's more than one way to get there, depending on your approach and the skills you want to use. It's up to you. Make use of the IFF system to identify enemies. The crosshairs will highlight red over enemies, green over allies, and white over neutrals.
Devo stare attento al robot. Cacchio, non tengo un piede di porco, mi serve qualcosa per aprire la cassa. Ah, eccolo qua il piede di porco, visto?
Step up to each hologram for more info. When you're through, go out the opposite door. An inexpensive security bot. A favorite of third world countries and corporate security divisions. Not so mobile, but don't be fooled. We've lost plenty of agents to its well-armored assault gun. Like other bots, he's difficult to damage with ordinary bullets.
Vero.
A deployment of UNATCO troopers is the central component of all UN peacekeeping occupations. The NSF, the biggest terrorist threat in the US. This national militia group thinks it is fighting the Second American Revolution. This Page Industries walking turret, marketed to governments worldwide, is the workhorse of most national military forces. Due to the heavy armor, they take little damage from ordinary bullets. If you come up against a bot, you should use an EMP grenade, scrambler grenade, or some kind of explosive. The Coalition's new nano-augmented agents are nearly indistinguishable from the general population, except that you and your brother don't know how to smile, even for a picture. This is the old augmentation technology, hopefully about to be phased out. Notice the reliance on electronics and servo mechanics, a maintenance nightmare. If I had 2 credits for every repair manual they made me file in my office in the med lab.
Sufficiently impressive, an early success for the whole organization.
Thanks. You from the United Nations?
Your augmentations are a go. The real test comes next. Active duty.
I'm ready, sir.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Ok, abbiamo completato l'addestramento. Allora, questo è l'albero delle potenzialità che ci permetterà di potenziare il nostro livello. Allora, l'informatica ci permette la manipolazione segreta dei computer. È uno. Questa è la medicina. 2. Resistenza. Lo scasso. Man mano possiamo continuare comunque a potenziare il nostro personaggio. Continua ancora un altro po', ragazzi, e poi stoppo perché domani si va al lavoro.
To meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
Il bello di questo gioco, possiamo fare tutto ciò che vogliamo.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
Ecco il nostro fratellino.
I thought you were in Hong Kong. I'll start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation.
All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware.
Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow.
Ah, inoltre in questo gioco abbiamo vari tipi di scelte.
The crossbow. Sometimes you've got to make a silent takedown.
Good thinking. With these tranquilizer darts, you'll have another non-lethal way to take down an enemy in addition to the prod.
I get the idea. What's the first move?
I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue.
I'll see how it looks on shore.
Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue. But don't forget about Agent Harriman. We think he's being held on the ground floor.
What are my orders when I reach the command center?
Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
Ecco qua. Abbiamo... Ah, come vedete possiamo raccogliere molti altri tipi di oggetti. La soda, il liquore che ci permetterà di curarci. L'info ci spiega che... binocolo e un grimandello.
You just gonna stay here? There's been some activity at sea. I'm going to watch the coast.
Why'd they bring you back to New York?
I don't know what they have planned. I messed up an assassination attempt on one of the Triad leaders in Hong Kong.
UNATCO pulled you out?
It's a long story. You better head to the statue.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
Right. How you guys holding up?
UNATCO command made us pull back. I guess for Gunther's sake. What's the deal? We're ready to go in.
We're taking a minimum force approach. We're cops after all.
Ask me. I think we should frag them all. You trespass on UNATCO property, you get pumped full of lead.
When due process fails us, we really do live in a world of terror.
Thought you nanowargs were supposed to be badass killing machines. Guess I was wrong.
Guess so.
Some advice. You get out there, you're gonna have to tangle with some real sons of bitches. Best thing is to pick them off from 50 or 100 paces with a scope. I scored an extra one from a couple of thugs we dropped down by the dock. You can have it for 700 credits. I also picked up some 10mm ammo and some crossbow darts. Say 200 for one and 60 for the other.
Shouldn't you turn that stuff over to the quartermaster?
Sure, I will. As long as Command has the rest of us on parade drill, someone might as well put this hardware to use.
I'll check back with you later.
Mo non ho denaro.
Everything was clear an hour ago. Then, boom.
Dato che non abbiamo il codice, useremo questo per violarlo. E ora... non male, eh?
Hell of a long shift.
Più facciamo un'esplorazione, più punti guadagniamo per ogni cosa, per ogni missione primaria e secondaria, ma più esplorativa specialmente.
Better have the right equipment, or you'll be sorry.
I don't have the 700 for the scope.
Guess you'll have to go with that minimum force approach, huh?
My orders are to hang back.
Oh, vedo che anche il nostro Alberto Arkham è entrato in live con Darkwood.
Orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bomb. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
I got this one.
patchwork security systems here. The NSF put a commercial-grade security bot in this area. You can either avoid its patrol route or, if you're feeling lucky, try and take it out with the EMP grenades or explosives. I wouldn't recommend taking it on with small arms.
Accoppato. Ho perso la mano, quindi figuratevi, non lo gioco quasi da 20 anni sto gioco. 18 luglio 2022.
Orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
Who was that? I didn't see it, you little pig.
La Statua della Libertà. Peccato che si vede un po' male. Funziona. Solo che fanno a scoppio ritardato.
That's the difference right there. Just take a look at him.
Bad?
They cut off his arm, replaced half his face.
Herman, right? He's a good soldier. Killed 3 of our men.
They'd have replaced his whole body if it would have improved performance. If that's how you judge a man, by performance, then eventually it's not about people, but upgrades, versions, functionality.
I saw somebody. Maybe just fascist. God damn.
Grazie.